Welcome to the High Level Wife Podcast. This is a space for Christian wives who love God, want their marriage healed, and are done performing, fixing, striving, or trying to control their way to change. Here we're going to talk about marriage God's way through right order, surrender, heart posture, and spirit-led transformation. This is not self-help, it's discipleship. My name is Chelsey Holm, and my role is to help you move from awareness into obedience so real healing, wholeness, and restoration can take root. Let's begin.
Welcome back to the High Level Wife Podcast. I'm Chelsey Holm, your hostess, and we do marriage God's way here. And we've been talking about vulnerability, and today we're going to wrap up the practical side of our vulnerability series. If I could say that word, vulnerability. Woo! Try spelling it. I mean, actually, it's easy. Anyway, so you're probably thinking, okay, I understand what vulnerability is. I understand why it's hard. I understand how self-protection shows up, but what do I actually say? And so that's what we're going to be talking about today, because most couples don't need another communication technique, right? More communication does not fix your marriage. What they actually need is a framework that helps them move from blame to ownership, from defensiveness to understanding, from self-protection to intimacy. And over the years, I found one simple framework that consistently helps couples do exactly that. Not because it's magic, but because it forces us to reveal what is true. Remember that vulnerability is not revealing everything. Vulnerability is revealing what is true. So here's the framework, and I'll put it in the episode description show notes as well. When blank happens, I feel blank. That's an emotion. Because I need blank. That's another emotion. One thing that would help is that's a request. One specific request, actionable request. That's it. Simple, but incredibly powerful. So let's walk through it. The first part, when blank. This is the event. It's not the accusation. It's not you always, or you never, or you're such a, no, it's just what happened. What actually happened? So an example of this, when we haven't spent time together lately, or when I shared something important and you changed the subject, or when we got into that argument, just the event. Or when you got home and immediately you got on your phone and started scrolling, just the event. There's no blame and no exaggeration, and there's no character attacks, just the situation. Okay, what this does is it enables you to have an actual conversation rather than your recipient, your spouse, to immediately feel attacked and go into defense mode, right? If they're not exceptionally emotionally intelligent and mature, that's going to be their response. And we don't want that. This framework helps us to have a conversation, a loving conversation, no matter the emotional maturity level of the person. Okay, the second part. I feel blank. This is where vulnerability begins. It's not you make me feel. No, it's ownership. I feel. And it's not an I am statement. It's an I feel. It's an emotion. It's not our authority. So some examples of this: hurt, lonely, disconnected, rejected, overwhelmed, discouraged, unseen, anxious. If you struggle with naming your emotions, I highly recommend you Google, download and print the emotion color wheel. It's a beautiful thing. It has been very helpful to me with learning how to name and express my emotions. But most people skip this part entirely, or they replace feelings with criticism, and then they wonder why connection never happens. Because feelings reveal the heart, and intimacy happens in the heart. Okay, the third part, because I need blank. This is an emotion again, right? If I felt worried before, I feel, or because I need peace, stability. This is where most arguments get solved. Because underneath almost every conflict is an unmet need. So some examples: I need connection, right? I felt disconnected. I need connection. I felt uncertain. I need reassurance. I felt alone. I need support. I felt misunderstood, and I need understanding. I felt abandoned. I need quality time. I felt disrespected. I need respect. I felt ignored. I need affection. Suddenly, we're no longer fighting behavior, we're understanding hearts. And finally, one thing that would help is blank. This is the path forward. And this is what is missing from most conversations because you can't actually get to this point because you're talking to someone who's in attack, feeling attacked and in defense mode, right? But this is the path forward together. It's not mind reading. It's not hoping they figure it out. It's not making them guess. It's a simple request. And sometimes you have to pause to actually think through this because maybe you're not in the practice of being able to ask for what you need. So this is specific. This is actionable. It's a simple request. Could we spend 15 minutes together tonight? Could you hold my hand? Could we talk about this after dinner? Could you pray with me right now? Could you give me a hug right now? Now, I want to show you how this works all together. So a wife might say, when you've been on your phone every night this week, I feel disconnected because I need connection. One thing that would help is spending 10 minutes together before bed. Notice there's no attack, no blame, no criticism, just truth. Or an example from a husband's perspective. When we've gone a while without intimacy, I feel rejected because I need connection and closeness. One thing that would help is talking about how we can reconnect. Again, truth, no manipulation, not pressure, truth. And here's why this works, because feelings become information, not ammunition. Most couples use feelings as weapons, but high-level marriages use feelings as information that helps us understand each other, information that helps us move toward one another, information that helps us build oneness. Because the goal is not, how do I get my spouse to change? Take note of that. The goal is, how do we move toward each other? So I want to give you a final challenge with this, because you use this framework with your spouse, or before you use this framework with your spouse, use it with God. Try praying this way: Lord, when I blank happened, or Lord, when blank happened, I felt blank because I need blank. And then ask, what do you say is true? Because vulnerability doesn't start with your spouse, it starts with God. We plug into the source through the right order so that we are filled and overflowing with those waters, living waters, and daily bread. When we learn to do that with God, it becomes much easier to do it with another, right? The reason it starts with God, the reason that it starts with being honest beforehand, is it starts bringing what's hidden into the light. So this week, instead of blaming or defending or withdrawing, try the framework. When blank, I feel blank because I need blank. One thing that would help is blank. Because vulnerability isn't saying more, it's revealing what is true. And truth is where intimacy grows. Remember, high-level marriages don't assign blame, they take ownership and move towards oneness. I will see you on the next episode.
That was an awesome episode. If you want to go deeper and you really want someone to walk alongside you and to do it in community, then go join High Level Wife. And if you love this episode and it hit something deep within you, or you had that big aha moment, then share it with a friend. Leave a comment, give us a review. Honestly, it helps so much in pushing it out to the algorithm, and it is so appreciated. So keep coming back for more episodes where we do Marriage God's Way. I'll see you on the next one.